Wow, what a morning, Ray. What a morning. Welcome everyone to the broadcast. This is NewOaks AI coming to you from the US today. Once again, this is our fifth episode for Ray and our 15th episode overall. Ray is still in the US, hanging out with the folks over here that are using NewOaks AI and hitting both ends of Silicon Valley, both in the LA end of things and over here also in the North Carolina end of things. So tell us about your trip, Ray. How's it going so far?
Yeah, the trip was went really well, but I haven't updated you. I just arrived Shanghai, right? Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yesterday. So
Oh, you're back in
yeah,
Shanghai already. Oh, well, he's not in the
yeah,
US anymore. I apologize, folks.
that's fine. That's fine because I was in jet lag, everything, so I
Oh,
wasn't really active on the Discord and Facebook community. But
gotcha.
overall,
Okay.
the trip was great. It was one of the best trip I've been back to the US since the COVID period.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, that was a whole different ball game then, wasn't
Right.
it?
Yeah. And I
Well,
managed
that's
to
good.
went to Charlotte to to meet Ross and also stay in NYC for stay over, change the flight, and during that time, and Joe managed to flew to the airport. I mean, he drove to the airport and picked me up,
Mhm.
and we had a pizza in a New York pizza place, which is wonderful. So we talked about a lot
Oh,
of
nice.
fun stuff. Yeah. So
How'd you
it's
like that big
fun.
orange truck? How'd you like that big orange truck or Ross's? That's a pretty big beast.
Yes, yes. So I saw Russ big orange Toyota Tundra. Yeah, it was awesome truck.
Mhm.
It was very powerful and very good, very unique color, and
Yeah, it's a
that's one of the
beast.
best color I think. Yeah.
It looks like we're getting a little bit of interference on the internet here, Ray, coming in from Shanghai today. So if we do break up on video, don't worry. We're going to hold the signal as well as we can. Ray may not come through fully, but we'll get his audio complete. So we're not too worried about that. So a lot going on, Ray. I think I sent you the itinerary that you forwarded me originally for episode 15. I can't believe we've done 15 of these already. Um,
Yeah.
Tell me about it. There's a lot going on in AI. There was something about a Nobel Peace Prize going on this morning. What's that all about?
Right. So that was a surprise, I think, to all of us, the AI practitioners, and also to the one who actually won the Nobel Prize, Mr. Geoffrey Hinton.
Hmm.
He was also the godfather of AI because he literally he invented the whole image unite and also the whole theory to how to do the image recognition and
Hmm.
also neural network. So what surprised most people is that it's a physics award, right?
Yeah.
And it's yeah the it's not related to AI, but it's physics, and the prize was awarded to AI scholar. I mean, obviously, I think Hinton deserved the prize. I think um, he set a foundation
Yeah.
for the great leap of physics research with the methodology of AI. So that's my understanding. It is a very good thing. I mean, it's a huge in
I,
all the world, all over the world. Yeah.
I don't doubt that every inch of the research end of our humanity has been affected by AI in a great sense because the time and effort that's necessary to just compile research, compile data, be able to put it all together and make sense of it is what these guys do on a regular basis. Physicists, even theologians, even anybody that has to compile data and analyze it and make sense of it. He has
Right.
made such a forward leap for all of those people to be able to better understand the information they're working with. And I think that is why he fully deserves this Peace Prize in the
Right.
sense that, it's just one of
So
those things that it's done. And not the Peace Prize, but the Nobel Prize in general. So
yeah, you're right.
I
So
was
there are
on the wrong
two
end of the spectrum.
not Peace Prize. Yeah. So literally there were two persons were rewarded the Nobel Prize. The first one
Mm-hmm.
is John Hopefield. He was the original, inventor of neural network.
Yeah.
So what Hinton does is Hinton, on top of John Hopefield did, um, Hinton built the whole. algorithm to recognize image, right, out of like random data. So I saw the paper post from Nobel Prize. I mean, committee says Hinton won the prize because he find the property of image out of data provided.
Gotcha.
Yep.
And
So that's what.
I've used that process a few times to have AI simply analyze an image and tell me what it's been able to portray. I've actually taken
Yeah.
images and had it give me a write-up that I could use about the image, or a prompt from the image that I could
Right.
recreate another copy of the image in a way. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's amazing that he's been able to pull that off.
Yeah.
So
So
where do you think this is going to take AI as far as trending possibilities in the future when it comes to Nobel Prizes? Because this is going to affect how people get Nobels when you think about it. It took a
right.
superior mind to earn a
Yep.
Nobel Prize. And now we
Yep.
have AI minds stepping in place of
Mhm.
that person's. We have to think about that a little bit. Is the AI starting to be deserving of a Nobel Prize now, or what? What do we have to do there?
Well,
There's a
I'm
sense to think
thinking
that.
that I'm thinking that maybe in the future, most of the Nobel Prize will be awarded to something related to AI. So let's
Yeah,
put it this way. So, in other words, AI will accelerate everything in terms of physics,
I agree.
chemistry, yeah, and all the scientific field that matters, even math, right?
Mhm.
But Nobel doesn't have math prize. But
Yeah.
all the scientific findings, which is critical to human beings. So AI is going to accelerate everything. So I think a lot more award maybe will be awarded to someone who is doing AI research or AI applications, which is another incentive for practitioners like you and me. We are in the business, so it's gonna boost the common people, the business owners, right? The regular friends or people around us to get to know AI because of the Nobel Prize award.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's a big push for AI to be recognized in that space, because now
Yeah.
it's put it in the forefront. Everyone realizes its potential. Everybody knows its potential to even enhance those who are already at a level or have an IQ well above a lot of us out here who are using AI. And we're coming to realize that now we have the ability ourselves to show off. For me anyway, I like the idea that I have something in my hands that I can now use and find ways to use my own talent differently. You know what I mean? I had talent to begin with, but now I can enhance that talent. And that's really what helps me with AI. So let's
Right.
keep going. We got a
That's
couple more things on the trends here, Ray. We've got something really special, I think, over at OpenAI when it comes to voice, because we've been waiting for something like this for a long time, having a voice conversation with an AI chatbot. Now we can do it in real time, correct?
yeah. Yes. So that
What does
is
that mean to
another
us, Ray? What does that mean?
but it means like the whole AI application is going to be taken to a second level, another level. So previously we only have a text-based AI, right? And now we have voice in real-time API, which means that we can make applications like AI taking phone calls in real time, either outbound calls or inbound calls. And also we can use the voice feature in every aspect of our AI product because voice naturally conveys more information than text. It's more natural.
Mhm,
So I think there will be like more AI software or hardware
mhm.
innovations will be like implemented in the near future.
Yeah, I've seen a lot, and I've even thought I've started some of my own where I have AI bots calling people just for
Yep.
motivational purposes, for spiritual reference, for just something to, hey, are you there this morning? Do you want to talk to me for a minute, kind of thing. People are lonely. There's a lot of lonely people out there. We found that out when ChatGPT first opened up and made public their API to people, and not even their API, but their bots. They made a bunch of personal female people that men could talk to. That was the first thing everybody made.
Right.
It says a lot,
Yeah.
Ray. That says a lot about humanity, doesn't it?
Yeah. So AI companionship is one of the most popular AI applications, right?
Yeah.
On besides image or video editing. So voice definitely add a lot of colors to the application of AI companionship.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's the second sense, right? First is text and then audio, and we have video, image, and I think we are going to have embodiment, AI embodiment, which means the real robotic um, android
Yeah, I
and
just saw
real human,
Japan
right?
has some amazing human models that they've just released over the past couple of weeks that are it's coming very close to that line that you almost wouldn't be able to tell if it was a model talking to you on the other end of the line. If it were like a little bit of blur in the video or some static to the line and you weren't sure you had a good connection, you might not know if it was a real person or not. So it's getting scary.
Right.
It's hard to say, but AI is not, or OpenAI is not just working with voice either. I heard this talk about Canvas the other day. Um, I'm excited about the voice thing, but I think there's already leaps and bounds to take place there yet because I still feel the disconnect sometimes with an AI bot talking to me. You know, it's like
Yeah.
it's now getting more affluent. It's having those little nuances in its speech. It's got those quirky little wit quips and wit that it has that it can kind of respond in kind when you say
Yeah.
something off the cuff, but there's still that hint that it's a robot. You're still talking to something else. But what's this canvas thing that they're talking about? I wasn't expecting this. So what's a use
Yeah.
case for
Me
this
neither.
application? I really haven't seen it. So tell us about it.
Right. So the canvas thing is literally like a flow, right? Remember, so it makes easier for us to build a work process in the form of a flow builder,
Mhm.
like with drag and drop all the different components. It's much easier to build AI chatbot or AI agent. I think it's paving the road, the roadmap to build AI agent, agentic workflow. It
Let me
makes
see what we got.
you know, yeah, it's much more intuitive in terms of building your own work process with all the
Okay.
different AI building blocks.
Oh, I get it. So it basically puts a workspace and a desk. It's kind of a desktop feature in a sense where you can organize what you're doing in AI in different departments in a sense, or
Yeah,
compartmentalize what you're doing with AI. That's
yeah,
kind of
it's
cool.
like yeah,
I haven't used
it's
that
like
yet,
a
Ray. So I'll have to
flowchart.
go take a look. Yeah, this is one of the things I like about because the interface is very bland when you think about it. The canvas idea was something I think was an evolutionary step that had to take place anyway because all we had was a text screen. There was nothing
Yeah,
else we could really do with all of this data except copy and paste it or create a PDF file. And now we can take these notes, break them down, use them as what it looks like they even have some kind of post-its that you can add to this too. Let me see what we got here. Helping them write an API for the server. So it's the organization and ability to capture this data, explain out the data that you're creating. So this is kind of using COT, right? As well. So if they baked in some of the processes and methodology behind prompt engineering into the interface, is that kind of what they're
not
doing here?
yet. I think no, not yet. I think they just gave you a literally a UI interface just to connect all the different components
Got it.
with
Okay, I'm just trying to get a
yeah,
handle on it.
yeah.
But
But
this is
it's
only for paid users, right? You have to actually pay for the account to get access to Canvas, or
I
is
think it's only for Plus member users
yeah,
for
gotcha.
now. It's
Okay,
gonna be rolled out to all the users soon. I think.
cool. Well, if you need a video, just go search Google real quick on OpenAI's new Canvas utility and see what it's all about. And looks like pretty exciting stuff, Ray.
Yeah.
Tesla and Elon's always in the news. I love this stuff. So the Robotaxi. Did you get a chance to drive in one of those at all anywhere?
Yeah, I did get a chance when I was in San Francisco. I remember I rented a
That was
Tesla
the
Model
taxi
Y.
version. Okay, I wasn't sure if that's how they do that. So you're basically paying for that taxi service in a sense. It's not really you renting the truck. Were you renting the vehicle itself, or are you just paying
I
for?
rented the vehicle. I rented a
Oh, okay.
Model Y with FSD, not a
Yeah.
taxi.
Yeah.
So
Okay. So these are
test
two
drive
different
it.
things.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
right. But what it's the same thing, the same technology, but Tesla using it for like taxi rental
But you get in the back seat, basically.
versus
It's not instead of the front seat. You don't get to rent it, you get to ride it. That's fine.
yes,
All
right,
right.
right, right. I don't
Cool.
know. I don't know what they're going to release, but if you compare with Waymo in
Yeah.
San Francisco, so you cannot sit in the driver's seat, right? You can only sit in the back seat or the seat next to the driver's seat. So
Oh, I
um,
get it. Here's the
yeah,
taxi.
but
I'll
but it's
give
gonna
everybody a picture of what the taxi looks like here. It's
yeah
actually a different kind of vehicle. So this is what the robo taxi looks like so far. This is just conceptual. I'm sure they'll have some more of these. That was the unveiling as of last Thursday, right?
yep
Yeah. So we'll see. Who knows what they're gonna do next? It's hard to say. Those guys over there,
right
we never know what
yeah,
Tesla's
but
up to.
whatever it looks like, the software is still FSD. I mean V12. It's
Hmm.
still the same AI transformer-based software. So that's
Sure.
what matters the most. And actually, there's some like YouTubers compare with Tesla's FSD with Waymo, right? Waymo has
Mhm.
already had deployed like 500 autonomous driving taxi in San
Yep.
Francisco City area, and there's someone that's already test driven. So I mean, it's pretty smooth, but they use totally different technology. Waymo use AI and hardware, right?
Hmm.
The radars, lidars, and also the millimeter radars.
Yep.
But Tesla all is using a pure vision solution, which is they only use camera,
Cameras.
so use image and video recognition, totally different technology. So
Hmm.
October 10th is going to be the date, and I have to see that whether Tesla stock price will go up or maybe go down or maybe doesn't
Yeah.
change much because of the inception of Robotaxi. But it's going to be a big story for AI and for Tesla.
Yeah, it makes sense. Now, who was it that had the big problem with all the cars going off with their horns in the parking lot because they were all trying to self park themselves, but they were making all kinds of noise? Did you get that news article a while back? It was,
No,
I
no.
thought it was Waymo, but I wasn't sure exactly. And maybe it
Oh,
was some of the Tesla vehicles, but they were congregating in a parking lot at an apartment
uh-huh.
complex, is where they were
Wow,
parking all the vehicles, and all the vehicles came to self park at the same time. And
wow,
when they
wow. That's
did,
scary.
they use all these audio features to sound horns to know that they're near
Wow,
other objects to warn them. And so
wow.
here all these cars converged at one time
Right.
into a parking and started
Wow,
honking at each other because they couldn't park
wow.
themselves. It was kind of nuts.
Right, right.
But
Wow,
look for
that's
the
really
video. It's
scary.
kind of funny. Hey, you got a bunch of people in the apartments yelling because the horns are going off in the middle of the night.
Wow,
Really
that's a
expected.
nightmare.
So Ray's out of the US. Sad to see you leave. I didn't get a chance to meet you this time around, Ray. Hopefully next time you come by, I
Yeah,
will. It's just been one of those
absolutely.
situations. But overall, what was your total experience here? What was your gathering of info when it comes to how America is perceiving AI? What did you
Right.
gather? Did you think that we're on the right track? Are we way behind? Are we getting it? Are we not getting it? Is there some stuff we need to learn real fast? Or what's the scoop over here in America when it comes to AI?
Yeah, my view is that America is still the number one country in terms of AI technology and development. In terms, I mean, in three perspectives, America still have the best talents, right, in terms of people,
Mm-hmm.
and also U.S. has the best data in terms of all the trained data for AI, and also the computing power, which is GPU. So US has in all of the three aspects of AI development, AI is still the leading country. So there's no doubt
Yeah.
about it. So yeah, I'm very positive with AI's future in the US, I think. And also the power engine is the Silicon Valley.
Hmm.
There's startup AI startup events every single week there, and there's no other city compare or compete with San Francisco or Silicon Valley, San Jose
Yeah.
yet.
That's
Yeah,
true.
in
And
my
hopefully everything
yeah,
clean. Hopefully we get everything cleaned up in North Carolina. Obviously, that was a disastrous
yeah,
event that took place here in the US, and we're hoping for the best with all the people out there. Our hearts
sure,
go out to all of them.
yeah,
So Ray, let's just touch on real quick the fact that we're going to have to catch up with the voice aspect, and mission statement when it comes to New Oaks has always been to stay on the cutting edge to help businesses enhance their customer experience through AI. So with this new voice AI feature development, what are you looking at? How much time is your team going to need to put something like this together? The efforts that you're going to require, how much work is involved? Tell us a little bit
yeah,
of what this is going to entail.
sure. The real-time API of voice is a really like game changer in terms of the AI innovation and specifically in terms of application. So we're going to build voice AI on top of what we have as a appointment booking AI chatbot, because previously all the appointment booking is in the form of text, so it's literally text based. But with voice AI, um, we're going to empower the chatbot to take phone calls from customer or prospective visitors or customers. Literally, the AI is going to talk to the prospective customers in real time with real voice of the avatar or the business owners. So it's going to be huge.
Yeah,
And
very cool.
also, we're gonna integrate that with SMS, with Twilio, not Google Voice, but only Twilio, so that when
Mhm.
someone call your number, so think about the use case, okay? With our digital business card, you
Yeah.
put your headshot, your phone number, your email, your website. Those are the key elements for your AI business card, right?
Yeah.
But with the voice, when someone want to call you, when someone click the button of your phone number and
Hmm.
start to ring, the moment the the AI assistant pick up the phone, then AI can start engage with the customers and answer all the questions in your voice, right? You
Hmm.
can make a copy of your voice and
Yeah.
talk to the customer. So which is very exciting. Which is and also the best feature of OpenAI's real-time API is that it can imitate like emotion,
Yeah.
right? With the pause, different punctuations in the whole process and make it more smooth, right? So I think that's going to be game changer. It's going to open another door, like a lot more applications will going to be created even for us. So my plan is to first integrate that on top of our appointment booking chatbot
Hmm. Hmm.
and specifically on SMS platform with Twilio integration. So people can call AI with voice to do the
Hmm.
appointment booking, either for real estate agent, for dentistry, for like hair salon
Hmm.
owners and all the different business. So that's one thing. And the other thing is that I'm gonna build voice AI into digital business card, make the card a real AI talking card. So
I like that.
those are the top.
That I think is an awesome application for this, because these little link in bio type cards have been around for a little while, but what makes them unique since AI's enhancement is the ability for it to now not only provide information, content on services or products, but it's also now able to just talk to them, which is going to be an amazing step forward, I think, because now there's no question what are they going to ask and how in text. It might be a
Yeah,
little tricky getting the nuances of people's requests in speech format, because not everybody speaks the same, and there's accents involved and there's dialects involved, and those things all have to be addressed. But the fact that now we will be able to not worry about what we're saying, but just say it and hopefully
yeah,
get a response that we're looking for, that's the huge leap that we're waiting on. All right.
exactly.
Real estate SMS, a little chatbot enhancement going on there for Airbnb. Tell us a little bit about how that booking process was changed, right?
Right. So we're optimizing both the voice over, the SMS chatbot for real estate agent and also Airbnb, because
Mhm.
with a lot of recent features updated by OpenAI, so we're decided that we can optimize the chat quality much better than it was before.
Gotcha.
There will be less hallucination with the latest 4.0 structure output
Mhm.
feature.
Mhm.
So actually, that's one of another takeaway that during my US trip, I talked to my real estate agents in Irvine, in Orange County,
Yeah.
in California. Remember, we talked about there is a real estate policy change that the buyer has to pay for the commission, and
Yep.
the buyer needs to hire the agent for buyer, and the seller is it used to be that seller pays everything, right, for paying
Hmm.
commission for both sides. But now
Hmm.
the buyer has to get out of his own pocket to pay the commission, which means that whole level of commission will be decreased down lower.
Yeah,
Will be
they're not
much
going to be
lower.
the big split they used to be able to make between real estate agents either. It used to be usually they
Exactly.
would split 6%, three and three, or whatever they had to do to make the
Yeah,
sale.
around 30%.
But
Right.
yeah, and that was part of the
But
problem. I think people argued with that.
right. So now that with the commission price, the cost of commission goes down, and
Hmm.
it's a trigger. So a lot of real estate agent has to think about how to lower their operational costs.
Yeah.
So my first my agent was talking to me, said she wanted to outsource the virtual assistant job. I mean the
Hmm.
assistant VA job to AI
Hmm.
completely. So
Yeah.
that's an opportunity for us to, automate everything. I mean, eventually we will immediately eliminate the need of human interference, but we
Yeah.
have to do it step by step. So I think that's a big opportunity for us, just to streamline the whole like contact management process for both Airbnb and also real estate agents, and less human interference, so that people can rent a property or buy a property
Yeah.
24 by 7.
Makes
Yeah,
sense.
so that's the whole idea.
Yeah, and that's how it should be, really. If we've got this type of automation and capability to connect in place and get all the information we need, it used to be we had to walk to a house and pull a flyer out of a box at the sidewalk
Yes.
in order to find out information about a house. So from here on, I think it's changed the game. Ray, I'm going to check on we got a lot of chats coming through real quick. Hilton is here. We've got Loud Eggs here, and I'm sure there's a couple others hanging out. We got IP Sing or LP Sing, it looks like, hanging out. Hilton mentioned lawyers are another that can spend their days on end reading case histories. And honestly, there's a gentleman in Thailand. You can
Yeah.
look this story up. He's the most prominent lawyer in Thailand, and he has recorded every single law book that is capable of Taiwanese law and our
Yeah.
Thailand's law base inside of an AI bot. And he
Oh,
sells all his services and does all his work through that bot. You can provide, context to him, and he responds through it. There's all kinds
yeah.
of things that he does with that, and he's eliminated almost 90% of the people that he had working for him. So
Right.
we got a couple other things. Hilton says imagination is more powerful than knowledge now, and I have to agree with that because we are now in an age where information is readily available, and we can create information in our hands in
Yeah.
immediate sense. So definitely now we have to look at the application of imagination and creativity, and storytelling again comes up in a big way when it comes to how you're going to reach your audience, because AI can do the work, but you still have to connect. And in order to connect, it still comes down to storytelling, and how people connect is through the heart. So it really does come down to that. We've got Loud Egg saying hi to everyone. And then we've got call centers are going to experience a huge shift in how they operate now. And yes, Ross is one individual who's targeting call centers when it
Yeah.
comes to AI, and working very closely with these people who spend hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars a year to run these centers. And they
Yeah.
could literally cut their bills in more than half by running them
Yeah. More
without
than I
humans.
think yeah, when I talked to Russ, he was giving me an example that he managed the insurance claim, right? To
Yeah.
use the voice in for like property insurance claim process and eliminate the need of like a team of 5 to 10 people just with AI. It almost
Yeah.
automate everything. I think it's much lower than 50%, probably, you know, 25%, something like that. Yeah,
Yeah. Well, we have to
it was
commend,
huge.
yeah, we have to commend Ross McCamey on the fact that he jumped to the alert of service when Hurricane Helene hit North Carolina. He's in North Carolina. And so he
Yeah.
saw what happened to Asheville. He had drone footage flying over the bridges where they were prior to the dams breaking. But the fact of the matter was, is he has applied AI in such a sense that he is making connections between house owners who have lost property and homes and pets and what have you with the insurance claim adjusters that they need to be in touch with to get the money they need from their insurance company. So Ross
Yeah.
has implemented an entire process, an automation system through forms and AI and feature sets that we've been implementing for years to help all of those who are struggling in North Carolina. I got to commend him on that.
Wow.
So Ross, good job.
It's amazing. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
for
wonderful
sure.
job. He's,
All right.
yeah,
Question from Hilton was, can users outside the USA use voice through Twilio and not rely on Google Voice? Yes,
yeah. So
absolutely.
Australia, Europe, European countries, and even Southeast Asia, all different countries can use Twilio to deploy the voice AI for phone calls.
Mhm.
For
And
AI takeover phone calls.
there's other one. Plevo, I believe, is another system that's available. If you're in Australia, you may want to look into Plevo because I think that one's more locally organized for people in that region. I can hook you up. If you don't know Quan Nigel, he's one of the individuals that I've worked closely with. He's in Australia. And I could find out for him. I think he's using Plevo down there for that, but I know he's also had concerns. We had issues with just having US and Canadian numbers ourselves for a while within our CRM, and Twilio is one avenue that you can use. So, all right. Well, I don't have much more than that. Ray, let's just kind of go over. We got obviously a call to action for what's going on. We're still working on. Are you working on the integration of GHL, or is that all done? Has that been finalized?
Yeah, it's a final. Probably, I think the plan is to get it done by the end of this week, but maybe it take another
Oh yeah.
couple of days to
Take your time, man.
finalize everything.
You,
Yep.
you've been doing pretty well so far. I'm not going to argue on speed of service to market so much as what we may have done to you in the beginning. But so yeah, Ray's back in Shanghai, everyone. If you didn't get the opportunity to meet with Ray in the US, go check out the videos on YouTube that Ray's been dumping to make at least get a view of what was going on while Ray was out here in the US visiting with some of his own consumers and customers that he has over at NewOaks AI. And the mission has always been, Ray, as always, to reiterate that we're just bringing AI automations to business to enhance customer service and make it easier through cutting edge technology of AI. You got anything else to say, Ray? Let them have it. Your OKR for October?
Yeah, my OKR for October, number one is the voice AI integration that we have already talked about, and second is the optimizing the Google Voice and SMS for our appointment booking chatbot with real estate and also Airbnb hosts, right? That's second. That's second thing. The third thing is that where I'm gonna integrate everything into AI business business card and
Mhm.
also finalize the integration of go ahead level. So those are the major action items for October, and I'm gonna make another launch on product hunt with voice by next month. It's
Yeah.
gonna be like Black Friday, around Black Friday. Yeah.
Well, that sounds
So that's
interesting.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you're an Amazon person, just in case if you forgot, they've got a big sale going on today and tomorrow. So if you're looking for new hardware, I've seen some amazing deals on some high-end last gen Ryzen 9 and IBM processors. So and GPUs as well have dropped in price tremendously. Yeah, they're literally selling Ryzen 9 5900Xs right now for around $220. So
Wow.
there's no reason to not jump on it. They've literally dropped the price like $350. So if you're still
Wow.
sitting on a Ryzen 5 or a Ryzen 7 and want to up your game a little, get out there in the next couple of days and buy yourself a new processor. All right, Ray.
Yeah.
That's been it for
Yeah.
today. Come by and see us again next Tuesday at 10 a.m. where Ray and I talk about all the AI trends in the world that we can reach. And from there, tell you all about the new features at NewOaks AI. Ray, we'll see you next Tuesday.
Thank you.
Take care.
Yeah.
Nice to see you
See
made
you
it home
next Tuesday.
safe. All right. Take care,
Yeah.
bud.
Bye.
Bye-bye.